Okay, guys, in this section, now we already finished the ceiling. I wish to finish the walls that are on the back and build the closing spaces as well for this section and this other side before continuing to the rest. So for this one, let's take the reference image. This is the one on the stairs. So it's pretty much a closing door, a closing wall, sorry. Let's see if we can have another perspective. This is another perspective. Here, probably there is even closer than the rest. It looks like two walls, just simple two walls. And honestly, I don't know what is this. But yeah, at this moment, I'm just going to close this space. Probably here, it should be like more. I think in one of these spaces is where another elevators will be found. So I have an idea of what we're going to do here because the information is not complete. It's not enough for me at this moment. This is a better perspective for the other side. And here, yes, I'm going to make it a bit open, just a little bit. Oh, here is another perspective. Yeah, it looks like you have some kind of another hallway or something like that. And I can use always this reference. And as you can see, it seems like the hotel finish at this point. So yeah, we'll see what I'm going to do. Probably I'm going to create some windows and that's it. Okay, let's go to this. And I wish to use the same style that they presented. So let me go to the pictures. I think this will be a great one. Fantastic. Excellent. Let's go to that. So first of all, I am going to remove these elements here because I don't need them anymore. And now let's create a wall here. I think I can use some reference like this one. It's going to help me a lot. So let me move it to this side. Let me rotate them 90 degrees. Excellent. And now moved it to the corresponding position. And as I have to make some changes on this one, of course, I will go to the modeling tools. And I am going to change this model, polygroups. Oh no, before that, cancel this. I am going to select a duplicate. I need to create a duplicate of this one. And now the modeling tool, polygroup. Let's get this side and expand it until, I would say, the end. And in the other side, same thing. Let's move it until the end, which is someplace like around here. Except the size, I think is going to be all right. Let's just get it in. I'm going to imagine that in this section, we don't have anything else. So let me do a couple of takes on this. Okay, good. Move them to this position probably. And I'm going to take these elements and move them away just to keep them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them later on. And then this one until the corner. Excellent. I need to expand it a bit more. Probably this is the only space I need. So what I'm going to add is, let me see, as I don't have any references for the top. So what I'm going to do is put it exactly at this same distance, which would be something around here. Let me say, oh, no, here. More, moving it, great. And let me make some changes here for the model as well. Excellent. And let's go to the other side. In fact, I am going to leave it as it is at this moment to this point. Excellent. Okay, let's get here. Going to say accept. Everything is looking pretty good. And now I wish to create some kind of like an arc on this section. So what I'm planning to do is, I'm going to make an arc for this section and another one for this one. I'm thinking if this arc could be, look at this. This is like a closer section. So in fact, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to add this small space that we have on the top. I'm going to add it as well in here. And then I'm going to create another wall on the bottom. Let me create a wall that will cover this section. So it's going to be, let me create it. I'm going to put a box here. Modeling tool. Let me expand this to the top. And this one, I'm going to expand it to the right. And then the other side. And now we are. Probably I can even move the wall a bit more, but I don't want to move it at this moment. And now I'm going to create a new copy for this one that will go to the other side. And now I'm moving to the other side, which is this one. Excellent. And it's going to have like the same reference of a space here and here, which is something, I think that they are very close. Other things. Let's add the same texture that we use here. So I'm going to one of my models here, and let me go to the original static mesh, which is here. And let me check the material that we added. Here's the material, sorry. Here's the material, let's see it. Here it is. I'm going to use it on this side. And in fact, it's going to use it to be here as well. And it's going to be used, I'm going to add the materials in all the places that I didn't do it. Here and here. Oh, this is an interesting thing. See that this column is a bit shorter than the other. So probably I'm going to make some small change here for this one, or a change for this one. Let's see. I'm going to leave it a moment like that, because honestly, what I'm thinking at this moment, if this column, right now, no, I prefer to do it the old way, which will be, I'm going to make a polygroup, and I'm going to expand this until the wall, which is here. Okay, no light is passing. Excellent. Everything is looking really, really great. And if for a moment I feel like, oh, there's an error with the light, then I can make the column to get into the other. Like probably is what is happening on this side. We'll see at the end when we add the rest of the light. And now I am going to replicate this and moving it down. Let me go closer here. Excellent. You see? Ooh, looking great. Fantastic. So we close that space. Let me save all. I think it's looking great. Probably some light is passing through these elements. We'll check later when we remove the light as well. And I am going to repeat the same process for these beautiful guys. Let's see how this looks for the other side of the spectrum here. Okay, here we have, as you can see, here we have like a place where you're going to enter. I'm not sure because here should be a window, but we'll figure it out. And in this case, to the other side, look that we have the columns, and then we have a space where you're going to get. So I'm going to expand, I'm going to play a bit with this side in terms of how deep we can go in this direction. So I'm going to do a couple of things. The first one, I'm going to take this column. I'm going to cover this first using these. Let me go to the image. Okay, so this seems to be open, and probably is going to be open on the other side. What I can create is some kind of an arc with two components, basically. Okay, let me do one more thing. I'm going to close this to the position of the part on the top. Be as close as possible. Let me take this one as well. Let me go to Xform and edit pivot. Please put it center bottom. Accept. Good. Now I can move it without. Let's leave in a small space. Now it's looking good. Same thing here. Excellent. And now let's move the wall. The wall will be something like this. Let's check again. Excellent. And now, first I'm going to remove this wall. I'm going to use it. I'm going to move this wall to this space. And then I'm going to move the other wall. Before moving that one, I'm going to move the other, which is this one. Good. I'm going to move this one to the same position where this one is, which is here. See if they are on the same position. Excellent. And now I'm going to move this one between these two. Something like that. Okay, much better. Because this will be the space for the elevators. So I will check that later on. And now I'm going to create the arc that I was mentioning a moment ago. So the arc, let me see the characters. I'm going to move the character just a moment here. Good. And I'm going to move another character probably for the button as well. Take this one, for example. Let me move it at this point. Excellent. And now let me create the arc. I think that I'm going to need more space, just a little bit more of a space. So what I will do is let me move this wall away just a second to define how much space I will need for the arc. And now I am going to create another box. Let me put the box where I think it would be in a place like this one. Good. Let me move the character to one side. I don't need it at this moment. So let me put the box someplace around here. Okay, good. And now I am going to expand the box. Let's go to module. I'm going to take this side. And let's say something around 4 meters could be enough. And now I'm going to move it up until the top. Excellent. And now let me see if I can create a space that will represent this arc. And that could be enough. Let me put the character here to have a reference. I think a 2-meter arc, something around that is going to be enough. But if not, we can always expand this a little bit. So let me check. I'm going to add another box. Add another one here. Good. Accept. Let me move the character. Now let's expand this box for 2 meters. In model, take this one. Let me expand it 1 meter to this side. And let's compare with the entrance. Let me try 3 meters. So polygroup again, take another one, 3 meters. Probably is going to be enough. Now, what is not enough, what doesn't seem to be enough for me at least, is the space for the player. Yeah, I need this to be a bit thicker. So I'm going to move this box just one. And I'm going to expand this one a couple. Let's say we have meters. So one, I'm going to expand it something around 2 meters, probably. Excellent. Yeah, I think this is going to be the right measure. I'm going to move it just 50 centimeters. Check. Good. 50 centimeters. And now I'm going to move it 1 meter. Excellent. And these are something around 3 meters, I would say. And the other thing is how thick this is going to be. Probably the thick is correct. And now what I will do is let me go to the top of this one. Let me move it. Let me make the poly group and move this almost to the top. Let me say 50 centimeters more. Love it. And let me expand it as well in this direction. So annoying. Accept. Excellent. Now let me move the character. I don't need the character for a second. Excellent. And now let me take this one, select the immodal boolean, and let me change the reference. And now let me make this pass onto the other side. And here we have the entire structure. Check. Looking good. And now what I will do is probably to expand this section on the top. So first of all, this section is the one that it is on the back. And I don't want to change the one on the back. So first of all, I will go to Xform, duplicate, accept. Then I'm going to take this one and say, okay, I'm going to take this one, polygroup, and I want to expand it onto this corner. So let's go for it. And this is what we're going to do. Perfect. Excellent. And now I'm going to move this one onto this position, which is, I think is exactly where it should be. This one should go to the back. And this one will have the same treatment. Excellent. All right, guys. All right, we're going good. So we have now this part looking great. And this section, I would say that it could be a bit, I don't know if it could be like another column that is going to protrude a bit. Let me move it just a little bit, something like that. And now we're going to use this material. Let me put in here. Excellent. Now I'm going to kind of replicate this same thing, but for the top. So let's go for the top. Go to the object. Excellent. Here. That's fantastic. And I think that for the top, I should complete this section. But if I do it for this one, it's going to affect the other on the bottom. So again, let's create a duplicate, accept. Now in this model, I'm going to take that top, or I'm going to take that model. Okay, I'm going to take that top, and then I'm going to move it onto the top. Here we are. And now the next part is to take these two and move them to the other side. Let's do that. I'm going to take this one and this one. Go here. And now Alt, taking here, and with the shift, let me move myself onto a good position, which I think it should be that one. Probably not. Just a bit more out. Let me check. In fact, this one is looking good, and this one has to be behind the column. We'll see. Let me check. No, it's different. That's another thing. Okay, so I can move. Let me see the perspective here. Yes, definitely I have to move this one a bit more the center. Okay, probably here. And now let's go. Oh, this is the effect that I'm seeing on that I'm not seeing on this side. No problem about that. Let me check what column is this one and what column is this. Okay, I'm going to take this particular column and I'm going to expand it onto this position. So let's go to, model, polygroup. No, wait, I have to create a copy of this one. So duplicate, accept, excellent model. Let me take this side and let me move it by 50s, probably. There you go. Oh, yeah. So let me check. It's just a little bit. And on this side, right. All right. I'm going to move it, let's say, to tens. Good. And it's going to apply for this one and this one. We're going to move it 110. Excellent. I think now they're looking great. Excellent. Excellent. Okay.